Hey everybody, welcome to our live. We do come to you live each and every day, Monday through Thursday. We bring it to you live. I'm Heather, and we talk Luminess. We talk about what we have to offer, the beginnings, the basics, the everythings. So you get to experience it. Obviously, I'll start with no makeup on, and then we go from there. And so we do walk you through it. So we'll go over what you get in your kit, how to use it, how to get started, those kind of things. And then we'll just keep going. All right. So here we go. Here is, you know what? I'm pretty sure you can hear me, but let me double check. We're good on the camera and we're good on audio. Okay, we are good to go. So let's look at one of our starter kits. This is our Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend. And of course, you know, the Breeze. We have the Breeze. And that is our new cordless and chargeable system. And then we also have everything you see here. It comes with the makeup. So it comes with everything that you need to get started. And it comes with the 2 bottles of foundation that are similar in color. And then it comes with Love and Blush, and we're going to go over those. And then it comes, you might get some extra products in there. And that is for you to, the very beginning, all I want you to do is worry about the foundation. Because once you get the foundation down, then everything else is a cakewalk. But you may get like a concealer, a moisturizer, and all of that stuff as well. And we'll go over that so you know the order of how to put things on. And then here, is what I want you to do to get started. So the very first thing you're going to do is make sure you're holding this 4-finger width away from your face. So you're just going to keep moving it around. It's not a free-for-all. You're not blah, 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 blah. You're just going to keep moving it around, and making sure your 4-finger widths away. And then the last thing you want to do is barely pull back on that trigger. You want very little makeup to come out. Okay. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Marilyn. Yes, it's live. Good morning, Veronica. Oh, you know what? I can't see you, YouTube. So let me move that out so I can see. All right. I don't know if YouTube. Okay, it is working. Let me double check. Okay. Had to fix the connection. Lots of stuff going on. All right. So we always do go over the basics. We always like to show additional makeup so you get to see everything that we have. So if there is certain things that you like or are curious about, things like that, then let us know. Let me know, and we will kind of implement those in there. So one thing I always like to talk about is Velvet Veil. Velvet Veil is what I like to call a blur. So it's going to blur fine lines, wrinkles, and crinkles, and even helps with redness. Now, you do not need a lot. It does come in a dropper form. You do not put it in the system. This is something that you're going to put on with your hands. I'm going to show you in just a minute. But at the beginning, so you're starting with clean face. You can moisturize. Try the Moisturizer Primer. I feel that LUMINESS with the Moisturizer Primer, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It just depends on your skin, possibly where you live, if you're going to use that. So try it a couple of times with the Moisturizer Primer, and then try it without, see which way you like it better. So my face is already moisturized, and then I'm taking my Velvet Veil. Yeah, it's supposed to be hot here too. Ooh, hey, Jeannie, how are you? So now I have my dropper, but I'm just going to do this like that. Then I do my hands together and then kind of tap it into place. This weekend was a busy weekend for me, and so I definitely want to utilize the Velvet Veil to help me not look so tired. So it's going to help with hiding those wrinkles and crinkles, the wrinkles and crinkles around my eyes. If you are oily, Velvet Veil is another amazing product to try. Because of the fact it Sorry, guys, I'm distracted a little bit. Something's going on with YouTube, so I just don't know what's okay. Yeah, you will need to moisturize if it's 100 degrees. But if you are shiny, if your face does get shiny, Velvet Veil is a great product to use because it's going to help keep you matte. Now, notice how I only use that little bit, kind of tapped it into place, and then I'm done. You do not want to use more. Now, if I needed to apply it in other areas, I can use a little bit more, but I usually just keep it like right here. And it will help blur those fine lines, wrinkles, and crinkles. All right, so now I'm going to get, what's something we have? Let's do our CC. There it is. I'm going to use our CC concealer, which is our Airbrush concealer. So if you are wanting more in the pre-coverage area, I would go with our CC concealers. Our CC concealers are their Airbrush concealers, but they come in 5 different shades and they're more flesh color. So it's a little bit easier to apply, especially if you're new, because when you're new in the beginning, sometimes you're spraying a little bit too heavy. And so sometimes it's a little bit easier to do the CC concealers just because they are more flesh color. Oh, everybody needs a good cry. So I'm shaking it up, and then I'll do about 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to hit those problem areas. I'm going to turn on my system and just hit those problem areas. I'm going to go on my lids a little bit. And I'm just lightly spraying under the eyes. And the Velvet Veil helps with that. It's going to help with some of that coverage. So you might find that you don't need as much, but you still want to spray very lightly. I find that a lot of people get this system home and they still put it on like traditional makeup. And so you don't want to do that. And so we want to make sure that we're spraying super light. And get that coverage. All right, so I did a few little passes under my eyes, on my lids, around those areas that I need that extra coverage, and then I can move on. So next I'm going to go for the blush, and I am going to go for my Soft Rose blush. And I probably have a little bit of that concealer left. You don't necessarily have to blow that out. You can just add the blush to it and go on. Okay, so with my blush, good morning, Pam. I kind of smirk. And get one side and then the other. Go back. And there we go. Now I did label this what to use when you're in a rush. And honestly, guys, airbrush makeup is what you'll want to use. You'll want to use it every single day. Gone are the OW, you'll love the new system, hun. You'll love it. Gone are the days of, oh, I only do airbrush on special occasions. If I walk outside the door, I'm airbrushed. Because it really is going to let you get ready faster. We all have that go-to look that we're going to do, but it really does just go by. You can, I mean, obviously I'm talking and doing. Oh, Jeannie, I'm sorry, baby. I'm going to have to delete that. We can't promote it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But thank you for sharing it. We know that a couple of you do YouTube channels, and we love that. Unfortunately, I just can't promote it on here, and I'm so sorry. Yeah, Marilyn's like, yeah, I don't want to look like I'm 90. Yeah, and that's the one thing I have to say is I would say 99% of the time people end up putting this on like traditional makeup when they first get it. And so like Debbie, who's interested, who has the old system and is interested in this one, you have to get a little bit used to the spraying as well, because it does spray a little bit different with the Breeze. I feel it's a little bit more user friendly, but just know that, Debbie, when you're looking at it, you might have to get used to it a little bit too. So I'm going to, this is my go-to. So if I'm in a hurry and I don't want to think, if I'm rushing, I'm like, I woke up late, I have to get, this is what I'm going to use. And so I'll get my, and I haven't even done my foundation yet. All I've done is some Velvet Veil, some pre-coverage, and my blush. And so now I'm going to just take a kind of a light to medium brown. And I'm going to go and do this in my crease. And just lightly blending. Blend, blend, blend. Now, I know a lot of you talk about the hooded eyes. And so if you have hooded eyes, what you want to do is make sure you blend up. Now, you can just take your finger and go like this. If you need to kind of move that skin upwards, and then just blend it towards that brow bone, okay? Because the deal with hooded eyes is you want to see that makeup. So I can do it on this side. Right there. All right. There we go. And that just gives me a little bit of color. Now this is my fast go-to look, but I'm gonna step it up, and I'm gonna do that in just a minute, okay? So I just used one color right on my lid. It's enough to give me some color to my eyes, like a pop of color to make my eyes pop. And when I put mascara on, that will make a difference as well. Now, I'm going to take my shade 2, because I need to tan, and shaking it up, putting my drops in my Breeze, turning on my system, and now I'm going to start in one spot, make my pass, and then really I concentrate mostly in this area here for my coverage. And so that's where I will end up. Lightly pulling down on that trigger. And that's the one thing, guys, when you're in a hurry, you're still going to lightly pull down on that trigger. Because mentally what we think is, oh, I'm in a hurry, I need to put this on faster. And that doesn't mean pulling back or pulling down on the trigger hard, because again, you don't want that makeup to come out quickly. You want it to come out very lightly. And I'm going over that blush to soften the blush a little bit on my forehead, and then making that pass. All right. And so there we go. Notice how the blush is softer. It's a little bit more blended. It's not as harsh. That's why I like doing blush first. Where did my thing go? Where did my cut palettes go? Hold on, guys. I don't know. Well, here's a new one. We'll use this one. I got a new one. I don't know where the other one went. Things have disappeared. I seriously don't know where it went. I'm like, All right. So now I'm using the Cut 1 palette, and I love our Cut palettes. This is the Cut 1 palette. We also have a Cut 2 palette, and I'll show you this one because it looks really pretty right now. Ooh. Look how beautiful that is. And I'm going to use all of these colors to do a little bit of contouring. Yes. Glow under the eyes is great. If I use glow under my eyes, then I don't use a concealer or anything else. I just use the glow. There we go. And then, guys, also keep in mind that foundation evens you out. It makes you flat, because I know a lot are afraid of doing contouring, and I don't want you to be afraid, because you don't have to do where it's so severe. It just needs to be a shade or two darker than your foundation. And what that's doing is it's adding shape back into your face. And so it can be very subtle. I know Jeannie started, she was scared to start it and loves it now, can't go without it. And so it does make a difference. Now, I have my blush, I have my contour on. If I looked in the mirror and was like, okay, yeah, I need a little bit more something on the eyes, I can go in with a darker brown. And right in that corner, I'm not picking up the brush at all. I'm just very softly going back, kind of making a V-shaped right in there, where it's not that big of a difference, but it's just going to give me a little bit of pop right in that corner. Again, not picking the brush up. Right there. And you don't need a lot. So this is only 2 shades of eyeshadow that I've used. Very, very light. Very light. Jeannie said, can't leave the house without my contouring. I know, it makes such a difference. And again, does not have to be super crazy, right? And then the other thing, which we forget to talk about sometimes, is the highlight part, which, because this is new, I'm going to look. But see those colors? Each one with the contour and highlight, I'm going to use the flat white, and the butterscotch. And with my powder brush, I'm just going to sweep underneath. But see how that just lightened up just a little. Right there. Right there. All right. So now we have everything done. The only thing I'm missing are is the lashes, mascara, and my lips. Now, if you are one that you're like, what about eyeliner? Eyeliner is something that you can add as well, and just dragging it right at the lash line right here. That is all you have to do. It does not have to be black all the time. You can use, this is a brown, which will be a little bit softer. And again, it just steps it up just a little bit. It's going to help that lash line look a little thicker. Can you see the difference? It's just a little bit right at the lash line. Right there. All right. Then I can get my mascara. I'm going to curl my lashes. And I focus curling them mainly on the inside and not the ends, because my lashes on the ends are already curly. But curling the lashes makes such a difference. It really does open up the eyes. And our mascara, I really like the Luminous mascara because it just brushes right on. And the brush itself makes it so easy. So easy. And then we go back here and add mascara. And then I can go in. You know what I'm going to grab? My Dusty Rose. I have to have my Dusty Rose. This is my go-to. This is neutral. I don't have to worry about it not matching, not going. It's going to go with everything. Oh, the mascara's out? Ooh. I'll have to check on that, Cindy. Thank you for sharing that. And I did put a little bit of gloss on beforehand. I forgot about that. So it'll come a little bit blended. Hey, how are ya? How are you, Aliana? All right. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. Monday through Thursday, guys, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. We are here for you guys. We go over the basics. We go over everything that you want to see. So we'd love for you to be back. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. Remember, do something different before you take your makeup off in the evenings. That way you get to experience it before taking it off and see if you like it. All right, guys. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.